Well, let's get to the championship Sunday. We touched on it a little bit. We're going to start obviously with the early afternoon or late afternoon game, depending on where you live in the country.
Mhm.
Broncos hosting the Patriots, 1 and 2 in the AFC. Moving on. Obviously, everybody knows Bo Nix broke his ankle. It's going to be Jared Stidham starting in place of him this Sunday. Patriots opened, I believe, immediately as 5.5-point favorites, have now snuck down to 4.5-point favorites on the road. And I touched on it a second. Oh, wait, you're supposed to go first in AFC.
It
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
matter. We're just making picks at this point.
I touched on it a little bit, but I too many people I think are counting the Patriot or the Broncos out of this game when they
Mhm.
shouldn't be.
Yep.
And for the reason I stated earlier in that can Jarrett Stidham be any worse than what CJ Stroud was last week? And as
True.
much as I love CJ, I don't think so. I don't think he has it in him to do that poorly. And the way this Broncos defense is, they're nasty. And Sean Payton's still quite innovative. Teddy Bridgewater, not necessarily known as a starting quarterback, 5-0 in
Well,
place of
I
Drew
did
Brees.
hear that one of the first things he did when he took the job in
Yes,
Denver,
was get
even though
Stidham.
Russell Wilson was there making a ton of money, he was adamant we need to sign Stidham, make him the highest paid backup. I don't care. So there's something. He's been there a couple years. He knows the offense in and out. He's been in the quarterback room. So it's not going to be like I don't know what I'm doing and he's a rookie. He's been in the league like 8 years. So
Exactly.
he's
Exactly.
been through this. I know he hasn't played a lot, but he knows what he's going into. The only thing is it's the AFC title game. It's not a week 13 matchup that's important but not do or die. So that's where that kind of comes in. But I'm with you. Like the Bronco defense is still really good. So maybe the defense does all the work. And again, Stidham just doesn't blow the game like CJ did last week.
Maybe do what Sam Darnold did against the Niners.
Exactly. Yeah. And I believe the
Basically nothing.
Broncos have a decent running game as well. May they not have
Yep.
the Seahawks don't have two running backs anymore moving forward. We'll get to
Yeah.
that in a few. But they do have at least a solid running game and a good couple weapons. So as long as Stidham just doesn't do anything stupid, doesn't turn the ball over, Broncos still got a chance. Now,
Agree.
are you picking them to win though based on those thoughts?
One last thing, and then I'll get to who I'm picking. Drake May in the first two playoff games
yeah.
has a 15% sack rate on dropbacks. Obviously not handoffs, but on any time he's dropping back, 15% of the time he drops back, he's sacked. That is double what his regular season sack rate was, which was already not league leading, but towards the top of the league. Just guess. Guess who has the most sacks this year in the NFL?
I know it's the Broncos.
It's the Broncos. It's the Broncos. Yeah,
They've been
it's the
leading since
Broncos.
like week 7 and they haven't let go of that.
Exactly. So again, I'm not saying that the Broncos are going to win, but I'm definitely not saying they're not going to win. Patriots win. So
yeah, I'm with you. I think Vrabel. Not that Peyton doesn't know what he's
I
doing.
think it's close though, bro. I think it's. I literally think they
It's
pull
going to
off
be
a
a
field
great
goal.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
veteran coaching and player who knows what he's doing. Obviously, won Super Bowls as a player. It's New England. Like it's going to be cold. It's mile high. Like it's going to be.
Denver's used to that though. Not Denver. New England's used to the cold, not the elevation.
Yeah, but Vrabel's done this so many times as a player, and with Tennessee, we went in places and won I never thought we would. So I have to give him credit. He's a great coach. They have a great team, and it's kind of similar to both sides. As long as the quarterback doesn't do anything stupid or turn the ball over multiple times, and your defense plays well, they got a chance. So I'm with you. It's going to be down to the wire. I don't even know if the spread's going to matter. It might come down to a field goal, but I'm with you. I see the Pats sneaking out of there with a win. It might not be a game-winning field goal at the buzzer with Vinatieri like back in the day we're used to, but I still think they're getting out of there with a win.
Yeah, I have the Broncos covering. I think the Patriots win by a field goal. That's what I think they pull off. So, okay. But actually, you know what? Real quick, I'm so sorry. Let me just do this one more time. One thing that I saw also circling the interwebs was Oz the Mentalist went to Rams camp at the beginning of the year, right?
Yep. Oh,
do you remember what he basically did something with Matt Stafford and Devontae
throw the ball
Adams,
to some
Kyron
random guy in the
Correct.
room? Yeah.
Do you remember what team the Rams were envisioning Devontae Adams was envisioning playing in the Super Bowl?
Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. Not only is that crazy, 23-14. Rams win 23-14 because that was Kyron Williams' number and Kobe somebody else's number. Kobe Durant, yeah. And I just think that's pretty crazy that at the beginning of the season, he picked two teams, and both of them are still alive in championship weekend One of them.
Now, I believe there's a couple years ago he did this with the Jets, and then the Jets didn't do anything. So it's not a guarantee, but the fact that he's this close is amazing.
Corey. Did you? Let me get closer in case. Did you hear what team you just said?
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm just making sure you heard yourself say the Jets and put them in comparison.
I did.
Honestly, any other franchise besides
if
Cleveland.
O's is that great and perfect all the time, he would have gotten the Jets one right, and he didn't. But he is so close this time that it's amazing. So it doesn't matter. I just think it's funny.
It's pretty crazy. Okay, last one. So Rams Seahawks, obviously battle of the NFC West, going for the NFC West title. Oh no, going for the whole NFC title. That's what's up. Yeah. And you wonder why the Cardinals suck. Look at what we have to freaking deal with. Jeez, man. You got the two finalists, and the third one was just out last week.
It's just like us and the Diamondbacks. You got to worry about the LA team. Here.
Dodgers, Dodgers, Padres, Giants.
Yeah, the same thing.
It's not easy. So, anyways, looking forward to this game. Both of the first ones were awesome games.
Both
the one
games
in
combined, I think it was a 1-point differential. So
3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean the split? Correct. Yeah, because it was Rams +2, Seahawks +1. So that was I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, the total of them was only 3. They won by 2 in LA in week 4 or 5, 6, something like that early, and then week 16, 17 was the shootout. What a great game that was. Rams honestly had that in the bag.
Conversion and all that shit too.
Oh, that was kind of a backwards pass, and then since it bounced this way and he walked over and touched it, 2-point conversion. So you're like, when did that ever happen in NFL? So
that game in Seattle the last time, the Rams were up 16 with
9 minutes left.
Okay, so as long as they don't do anything stupid, that game's not even a discussion, and they win. It
was a kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird shit. So, and the first game they played in LA again, it came down to a field goal that I almost called them the Mariners that the Seahawks missed. So the Rams came away with victory. So each game's been close. Each team's won at their home. And I feel like the Rams should have got that second one in Seattle. So I feel like they're going to be ready to go. McVay has 10 playoff victories before he turns 40. First guy to ever do it. He's like just breaking all kinds of records for coaching. And I just feel like he's just going to go to another Super Bowl. It's going to be his third appearance if they win this weekend in the last, 8 years or something? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Here's hoping that it happens. I would love my ideal Super Bowl, because then I wouldn't care who win, would be Rams Patriots.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Basically, just not Seattle. Now that the Bills are out, I'm not a Seattle fan. That's kind of who I'm. So I'm rooting for the Rams, but it's really hard to beat a team back to back in their home stadium, not too few weeks apart. And something about this team, the only way they mess up is if Sam Darnold does really bad, because their defense is way too good. They've drafted all these players.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are building the core. They're not just adding core, in free agency, what the Rams had to do for the 2022 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We'll take that guy. We'll take that guy.
We'll picks and trade for everybody. Yeah.
So the Seahawks have built it up. They're a well-coached team. They're a well-run team. They win in the trenches. Their loss of Zach Charbonnet is something. It's not everything, because it's not their main guy, but the way they run backs it's almost a split backfield, damn near even. It's probably 60-40 or 55-45. Like, it's that close between Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. So that's a lot of extra stuff, either coming on the third string back or more work for Kenneth. But I don't think that is enough to really deter the momentum that Seattle's built. Sadly, I have the Seahawks winning by 2. I don't really have a score. I don't know why 2. I don't feel like they cover, but I do think that they win. So I'm saying Seahawks by 2. As much as I don't want it, I think Patriots pull it off by 3, Seahawks pull it off by 2, and then I'm just rooting for, maybe instead of handing it off to Kenneth Walker, they try to throw it to Smith-Njigba at the end zone and gets picked off for a Super Bowl loss. I don't know. Maybe something like that will happen against the Patriots.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'm with you. To be honest, this whole game comes down to Sam Darnold, because if the Ram defense gets into his head and starts beating him up and making him make mistakes like they have the last couple of years, including last year in Minnesota when Darnold was there.
True. The Rams it's true. Same QB. I didn't even think about that part. Yeah.
So the Rams are going to get a victory, no problem. But if Darnold doesn't go out there and see ghosts, as he's famously quoted as saying when he played.
That was also with the Jets, another franchise.
I'm just saying, but it's the same guy, regardless of where you go. It's your problem. The Jets didn't see the ghosts. You saw the ghosts.
Just have ghosts.
If he goes out there and plays like that, Rams are going to run all over them and win. But I don't think that's the case. Now, I don't think Sam Darnold's going to do anything to get them a win. Cooper Kupp
Not
does know a
lose.
lot about the Rams and how they work, and it's his first year in Seattle, so that's kind of a benefit to the defense and
revenge
McDonald
game.
and them preparing. Stafford and him worked really well together, obviously, so he knows his tendencies, and that'll kind of help Seattle. But McVay has become Belichick and Reed for me. I can't pick against him until I see 0 on the board and he's lost. He's always prepared. The guys are always ready. They very rarely get beat by more than 10 points in a game. If they do lose, it always comes down to the wire.
It's pretty close.
Now, as long as their special teams doesn't do anything stupid this week, then I think the Rams are getting out of there with a win. I think they're getting out of Seattle with the win. I have Rams-Pats in the Super Bowl rematch of, I don't know, was that 5-6 years ago, and of
2019, 18,
something like that. It was when the Brandon Cooks one we talked about earlier, where that was the only shot he had at the Super Bowl. So
yeah, it was 13-3. Jared Goff lost to
the one touchdown they could have had was Cooks in the end zone, but Goff just floated it. And I don't remember who the defensive back that came over and knocked it out of Cook's hands at the last second, but yeah, I got Rams-Pats, man. I don't know, something about Rams-Pats just feels like it. And then I don't know who to root for. Do I go for Vrabel or do I go for the Rams? I don't know. I don't really care about the Rams either way, but I kind of like Vrabel. So maybe I'll go Pats if they get there.
Okay.
We're gonna have Broncos in the Super Bowl, aren't we? Both. We're gonna go. It's gonna go against us.
Yeah, Oz the Mentalist was probably right. As much as I'm not rooting for it. Yeah.
That'll be our update next week. Oz the Mentalist is amazing. He got it right.
Well. Muted my mic. That's my bad. Everybody bet 23-14. Everybody bet exact score 23-14. We're making Vegas broke.
As soon as we get the matchup and the total or the spread, we'll know what to vote based on the 23-14. So
yeah,
keep that in mind.
All right. So that's division wrap up, championship schedule. Who we're picking. Let us know down in the comments below which NFC West team you've got heading to Santa Clara to try and get that win on rival turf.
Also, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at RVUFTB and tell us who you got taking the AFC crown and matching up against the NFC West champion / NFC conference champion.
That's right. And
as always, we appreciate you stopping by.
And seeing things from RV from the bench. Remember, nobody loves you. Jesus loves you. Peace.
This was a Sycamore Fourth Studios production.